Good afternoon, grade 12. Welcome back to Civics. So today's class is an asynchronous class, and today we're going to be looking at how to develop employment opportunities. So the objectives are to define key terms employee, employers, and employment opportunities, to identify at least three benefits of being employed, and to discuss four employment opportunities available to Bahamian citizens. And lastly, to analyze at least five ways employment opportunities can be created and sustained. So matching words. So I want you to pause the video. I want you to think about it, use your context clues, and I want you to try match words. So by the time you unpause, we'll give the answer. All right. So welcome back because you should have paused. So A, an employers. What is it? B, employee. What is that? C, employment opportunities. What is that, Mr. Minnan? I got you. So employment opportunities are engagement provided by potential employers guaranteeing those qualified or eligible for a position in in their company. An employee is a person engaged in a job for the payment of wages or salary. A person or organization that engages someone for financial gain, whether temporary or permanent. All right. So benefits of being employed. So it allows for the payment of wages, salary, which fills a need. I like to be employed because someone likes to have a good quality of life, and that is something that being employed does. Provides opportunities for training and development of skills. If you go or you have various jobs that has different, I guess, requirement or from a different field, you will leave such a well-rounded person. The things that people don't tell you about is when you leave a job or when you come to a job, you may come with a certain level of knowledge or skills, but you also leave with some more as well. So that's a benefit. It's always good to learn new things because you can take that skill and you can apply that to your ultimate job or your ultimate career. Give one sense of pride, ability, and personal achievement. No one wants to just, at least no one should feel okay with just sitting home, letting their mommy or daddy take care of them. No, we should take pride in being able to provide for ourselves instead of having to ask. You go out and you make. Socialization is developed, and this forms a support system for personal growth and development. Man, I've met some amazing people on the job that I still consider a friend today. And every time we see each other, we're like, hi, how are you? And it's always good to meet people from different walks of life. So that's one of the benefits. So, what is the issue? I have presented here various scenarios. I want you to pause the video. I want you to think about it. Well, what is the issues with these various things? Let's look at it. So the first one said, John Smith works at Starbucks. John was 15 minutes late to his shift. Also, John came to work in his yard clothes. The issue is he came to work in his yard clothes. He is not properly addressed or appropriately dressed for the job. Mary Lewis wants to work at BTC. However, from 2012 to date, there has been no response. Mary never completed school due to teenage pregnancy. What is the issue? She probably doesn't have the requirements. She is not eligible for the position that she is seeking for, probably because she don't have a diploma. All right, so Sarah Sanders has a bachelor's degree in arts. However, in art, no art museum wants to hire her in the Bahamas. Sarah creates her resume from scrap magazine and newspapers. Now, understand that artists is very expressive and they're very creative. But I want you to understand that there still must be a certain level of professionalism despite the fact that you're an artist. You cannot create a resume, ideally, out of a scrap magazine newspaper. Try the traditional way. Maybe do both, but just don't do that one by itself. All right, so Lyndon Jack is a 45-year-old technician who has been recently laid off. Lyndon is seeking employment in his field. However, he notices that after the interviewer questioned him on his training, their interest is lost. And the issue most likely is that Jack doesn't have the most recent training. He's a 45-year-old technician, and so when it comes down to certain fields, particularly the technology era, you have to keep abreast of new training. And so his issue is the fact that his training is outdated, and he needs to go up now and find some school, some institution to update it. All right, awesome job. So how to market yourself to employers? You have to make yourself marketable, okay? It's just not, oh, I want money. You need someone to work, and that's as simple as that. No, because there are plenty of people competing, especially if it's a good job, a good paying job, a job that is highly desirable. Okay, so how to market yourself to employers? You have to upgrade your skills, just as we was talking about with the last scenario. You have to keep your skills fresh, current, relevant, is the best way to stay marketable. And it's as simple as that. Align your skill set with your company's plan as well as those of potential employers, and keep up to date by attending workshops and conferences to expand and improve your skill set. Now, I'm not one to necessarily say align your skill set with the companies unless your goal is to stay at a company for the rest of your life. But if you're here in the Bahamas, things happen. So you want to always make yourself extremely marketable, and you do so by just updating yourself according to what's standard in your subject area or your field, your career. All right. So identify any gaps that need addressing to position yourself as a highly valuable employee. Focus on developing your transferable skills in leadership, communication, for example. Um, I think it said technology, but like I said, my face is hiding it, so I can't really see to the bottom. Yeah, so find out what do you think is a gap, what is a limitation in your efforts to become employed. Do you lack the ability to hire persons or fire persons when need be? Do you have a problem with asserting yourself if you want to be in a position of leadership? So you work on those things. So expand your learning. Knowledge is power. Even as a teacher, when I finish this degree at the University of the Bahamas, I should never just stop learning. You always must expand. There's always more to learn because there's always things that are being discovered daily. So continual learning illustrates your commitment to improvement. Remember that you need to be up to date with industry best practice and technology, even if this knowledge isn't in use within your current position. Strengthening your knowledge and qualifications is an important way to increase the value, the value you represent to a current potential employer. You can gain new skills and knowledge in-house training, distance learning, and online courses. Online seminars and industry publications are also a great way to keep up with your industry, making it easier and transfer into a new career in the future. So as for me, as a person who is one of my major content is history and geography, you could easily find conferences in the United States or various parts of the world that gives you the most current information or research in the topics that I would be frequently exposed to. So expand your knowledge. You have to be autonomous in that. You have to review your resume. You have to look at your resume and you have to determine, okay, is this up to date? Does this have all my qualifications? Is it organized? Is this meeting standard? Do so. Because ultimately, the resume is the first thing that an employee looks at before they even look at you in most cases. And so it speaks for you in your absence. So you want to make sure that your resume is the best. I know for me personally, I'm not the best at creating resumes, but you're a person that does a really good job in creating a resume for $5. And so, you know, pay the $5 to make sure that your resume is the best it could be so you can have the best outlook in getting or attaining jobs. So create a portfolio of your most important work. So this isn't applicable for everyone, but for careers that can facilitate a portfolio, do so. You want to show off yourself, as people, as Bohemians say, should be what you're working with, so they could know, so they can want to hire you. They could be like, okay, is this what she doing? She need to join my team so she can do it for me. You understand? So create a portfolio. How to dress appropriately for work. Jeans are not appropriate. Collar jeans are not appropriate. Crop top are not appropriate. Sandals are not appropriate. Okay, so start by researching the company's dress code. Now, every company don't have the same dress code. They don't have the same standard, but you have to determine what it is. Some persons, you could wear like a jeans for some people. Some people you can, but you'll have to determine. Follow the workplace attire guide below. So choose clothes that make you feel comfortable and confident. Use your best judgment and don't overthink it. Avoid revealing clothing. Choose clothing accommodating to the climate and season. Check for stains, snags, pantyhose, and holes. Please do. And ensure clothing is pressed and wrinkle free. If you don't like to iron like Miss Simonette, you need to buy clothes that don't wrinkle easily. And when you wash, you have to fold your clothes and hang it up right away. That's the trick. So qualities employers look for in the Bahamas, most government and private institution requires following a high school diploma, 5 BJC or BCSC. I know some people require 3 as well. 3 to 5 is the typical standard. And for certain careers, an associate, bachelor's, master's, or PhD degree, either one of those. So creating a sustainable employment opportunities, um, learning a second language and mastering it. This can propel you. Trust me, this one right here can propel you. Now, I am not good at no foreign language. Me and English is how I struggles as it stands. And I honestly attempted it, but it's not for me, and that's okay. But for those of you who find foreign language to be simple for you and you're easily to understand, I definitely do encourage you to pursue that. Taking and passing Pitman typing skills, C plus certifications, just like I say, getting certifications in your career just as a part of upgrading yourself, by the way. Any technical and vocational certifications, seek it in your area and you feel it propels you, it puts you, it makes you look better than a person with 1 or 2, and that's just reality. Don't be the person with 1 or 2 and you could have 10. Be the best you can be. So, today's assignment is individual. It's not a group assignment. Check the WhatsApp for the assignment. It's going to be associated with this PowerPoint. All assignments are due before next class. And remember to submit to csummer20@gmail.com. Have a beautiful afternoon, grade 12. And remember, make yourself marketable.